This video's fun fact is, one chocolate chip can give a person enough energy to walk 150 feet, the more you know. Now we have a bit of breaking news regarding Nintendo, and honestly this really won't concern you if you're not a content creator, but if you're a content creator, we have some very big news here. It looks like Nintendo's ending the Nintendo Creator Program, and the Nintendo Creator Program was a program that pretty much allowed people to make money off of their content. So if you did things like Let's Plays, walkthroughs, reviews of games, you were actually going to get flagged by Nintendo, and you couldn't actually make money off of the videos that you made unless you were part of the Nintendo's Creator Program. And I did use the Nintendo's Creator Program a couple of times, but I really didn't like the way it went down, just because for me personally, Nintendo just took too long to look at my videos, and by the time they got around to confirming my videos, most of my views were already on the videos, so it was kind of pointless. And on top of that, you do have to realize it's almost like not even worth it to go ahead and go with the Nintendo's Creator Program, just because they take a part of your pay, YouTube takes a part of your pay, and then when you actually finally get enough revenue from the video, it's not even worth your time and effort to go through the Nintendo's Creator Program. So usually what I did a lot of times, and a lot of people actually did this out there on the internet, they would actually heavily edit their Nintendo videos, whether it be a review, a Let's Play, a tutorial, whatever the case may be, they would heavily edit it. And there's a number of different ways you can go about editing a Nintendo video game when it comes to making content, so you can't get claimed by Nintendo. Because if you just did a normal everyday video of you like Let's Playing or talking on a video about a Nintendo video and showing footage and gameplay and the music of it and everything like that, you would actually get claimed by Nintendo. What does that mean? It doesn't mean that you're going to be in trouble, so they're not trying to claim copyright strikes on you. They're just trying to take the ad revenue away from you and actually give it to Nintendo. And that absolutely sucks when you put your heart and soul into something and you take a very long time to make something, and then you finally figure out, well, Nintendo's going to actually claim it for themselves unless I go to the Nintendo's Creator Program. It's not even worth your time and effort. And even if you do end up editing the video, sometimes for a lot of people out there, it just takes so long to edit these videos down, it's still not even worth your time and effort. Like for instance, what I had to do for a lot of my Nintendo videos, whether I'm talking about reviews, showing gameplay, whatever the case may be, I turned down the music all the way off, or I had to cut each individual section of games, because sometimes Nintendo wouldn't even claim your video if you actually cut out certain parts of the game and only showed certain sections of the game. But that just took way too long and things like that. And there's other ways to go about doing it. Those are only some examples of how you can edit a Nintendo video without getting copyright claiming. There's other ways to go about it, but those were my methods of actually going about how not to get claimed by Nintendo. But it is good right now that Nintendo is officially ending the Nintendo's Creator Program. So no more is the Nintendo's Creator Program, and it's actually finally good for Nintendo that they finally understand the internet and they finally understand good press, because this is going to be good for content creators like myself. I could keep on doing what I keep doing. I can actually go ahead and make stuff on Nintendo IPs. I can go ahead and review games. I can go ahead and talk about games. I can do let's plays if I so choose to. I can just do a number of different things when it comes to Nintendo IPs. One thing you may not even notice, which made the whole situation very bad, is the fact that Nintendo actually didn't allow you to play certain games at all. There was a list of games that were just off limits if you wanted to make money altogether, and that was absolutely ridiculous and absolutely dumb that they would pretty much flag all of those videos. They had a list up, but unfortunately right now the list is not up on Nintendo's Creators Program part of their website, so you can't actually find that, because they pretty much replaced it with a notice that says the Nintendo's Creator Program is being discontinued. But yes, they had a list going all the way back to the I think SNES, so it's a very long list of games that would just get flagged pretty much no matter what. Even if you show gameplay of any type, they would pretty much get flagged. So I am glad Nintendo's finally understanding the internet, and I don't understand why Nintendo didn't do this in the first place. Nintendo definitely should have done this in the first place, because if you look at most gaming companies out there, most gaming companies actually think it's a good idea for people to make content on their videos, and they deserve the pay that they deserve the cut of pay that they're making. Some of you may disagree with that, because all you're literally doing is talking over some gameplay, uploading a gameplay of you talking and things like that. But it still takes some type of effort, and it still takes some type of ambition to make videos like that. So I actually am glad that Nintendo's finally removing this. It'll give YouTubers much more much more ways to make stuff on Nintendo properties. People can make more videos on Nintendo properties. Overall, this is going to be a very good vibe. And I think one reason Nintendo really wanted to do this as well, because we know we have games like the Pokemon Let's Go games. The Pokemon Let's Go games just came out a couple of weeks ago, and that's actually great because now more people can do Let's Plays, do reviews of those games, and not have to worry about what happens if Nintendo claims them. Nintendo's most likely not going to claim those videos at all. And on top of that, the new Super Smash Bros. Ultimate game is coming out December 7th. It's actually coming out next week prior to this video being made. So that's absolutely great news, just because now people can make a buttload of videos on that game. So basically what I'm saying is there's going to be more Nintendo videos on YouTube than ever, because now a lot of people won't be scared away from making Nintendo videos, knowing that their stuff won't be flagged or copyright striked or whatever the case may be. They don't really have to worry about that, and honestly, that is good, because if you look around the internet, like I said, most game companies do not care if you use their footage and actually monetize them, because they know how good it is for their brand, and Nintendo should have been no different. It's good for their brand. Yes, there's probably some occasional people who watch Nintendo IPs on the internet and are like, I'm not actually gonna buy this game after I watch stuff. But I think in general, when you watch stuff like Let's Plays, reviews, things on your favorite video game, I think it just makes us all excited to go out and buy that video game. I know when Super Smash Bros. Ultimate comes out, I think when a lot of people see that game on the internet being covered, I think it just makes a lot of people more excited to play that game and go out and buy that game. So it's honestly good press for Nintendo, so I don't see why Nintendo didn't do this in the first place. I just gotta give a big thumbs up to Nintendo to finally realizing how the internet works and how content creators work. And this is some very exciting news, just because I am a content creator myself. Of course, you guys know that, and I'm very excited to break the news that finally there's no more Nintendo's Creators Program. Anyway, that's about it for this video. So I'm back on the camera here because I was getting ready to upload this video, and I realized one thing I forgot to talk about. I forgot to talk about how Nintendo does still have some new guidelines in place, and I want to talk about these new guidelines in this video, just so nobody will get mad at me later on and watch this video and say, this guy told me to go ahead and make Nintendo videos. It's okay, Nintendo's not going to copyright strike me or flag me for these videos. But yes, Nintendo can still copyright flag you or strike you for your Nintendo content on your channel if you're not careful with the new guidelines. And here are the rules for the new guidelines. The new guidelines are pretty simple to understand. Basically, all Nintendo wants you to do when it comes to Nintendo content, all they want you to do is make sure when you upload a Nintendo video game to your channel, make sure you're just not uploading the gameplay itself with the music, because that would be stealing. If you just recorded a Nintendo video game with the sound, with everything in contact, and uploaded it to your channel, of course that would be stealing. And that's most companies out there. It's not just Nintendo. Most companies don't want you just storing up a Nintendo a video clip of the actual video game with sound unedited to your channel to make money off it. It just would not make sense. So what Nintendo wants you to do is, if you're going to be monetizing it in any way, they actually want you to have some type of editing on the actual video itself. Like for instance, if you're doing something with Mario Kart, make sure you have a commentary over it. So as long as you're doing things like Let's Plays, reviews, strategies on a game, then you should be a-okay, and Nintendo's not going to flag your videos. If you're not going to monetize a video from Nintendo, then you can probably go ahead and just take a video from Nintendo and actually upload it to your channel without anything on it. And most likely, Nintendo's probably not going to care all too much. But then again, this is coming out of my mouth, and I wouldn't still recommend that at all, because Nintendo could still strike down your channel and flag your channel even if you're not trying to monetize the video. So I would still be careful on that. I don't want to be the person that gets anybody in trouble here. So just make sure that when you upload a Nintendo video game to the internet, when you're talking about footage and things like that, make sure you don't just throw up a Nintendo IP to your channel and call it a day. Make sure you have it edited in some way, but most people will probably have it edited in some way, whether it's a review, a Let's Play, a strategy on a game. You should be a-okay on that aspect. I really just wanted to talk about this so I won't be the guy who tells everybody, oh, he said it's okay to upload Nintendo footage to my channel, and then you get a copyright strike a couple days later. I don't want to be the bearer of bad news. So just follow the guidelines from Nintendo and you should be a-okay. Anyway guys, this is Wayne from My Tech News, signing out. Boo!